into the house, where she could gather herself unseen beneath the first-floor windows. She needed to breathe. Uma took a shaky breath in, then out, another in, before biting into the meaty pad of her thumb. The ritual was safe, easy to sink back into. The shape of her teeth already worn into her hand. Just a little while, she thought, until I sort myself out, and then she had no idea what. She had nowhere to go, nothing left to aspire to. One step at a time. That was her life now. No planning, no future. She was vaguely aware that the lawnmower drew near. No longer background noise, buzzing close and echoing the beat of her heart. She'd have to push off this wall sooner or later, but the warm clapboard was solid against her back, and along with the sharp smell of freshly clipped grass, it kept her right here, present in her body. A few more breaths and she'd move. Time to decide whether she'd head up to the house to give it another try, or cut her losses and take off, find something else. Yeah, right. The problem was, she wouldn't be cutting her losses by leaving. She'd be compounding them. How on earth could she go back on the road with the gas gauge on E and $10 to her name? Strike that, after this morning's breakfast, she had only $6.54. Uma sank down onto her haunches, the ground squelching under her heels, and squeezed her eyes shut so hard that black dots floated behind the lids. She had nothing left. No home, no job, no way of making money, no skills but one. And Joey had destroyed any chance of pursuing her true livelihood when he'd smashed her cameras. Doing that, he'd destroyed her. 6 months later, she was still trapped. If she let herself feel it, there'd be no shortage of pain, inside and out. As usual, her wrist, under the watch, was raw, and her skin itched everywhere. It must be psychosomatic. It couldn't still itch after all this time, could it? Visualizing his marks on her skin was enough to make her hyperventilate again. And the tightness was there, that constriction that had left her constantly out of breath these past several months. She'd thought the miles would clear the airways, but they hadn't. And now she was back in Virginia. Shallow breaths succeeded one another, pinching her nostrils and rasping noisily through her throat. Joey was close. 2 hours away by car, way too close for comfort. She swore she could feel him looking for her, closing in on her. Something cold and wet swiped Uma's hand, snapping her back to the present. She opened her eyes with a start, only to come face to face with a dog. A black one, with a tan face, floppy ears, and pretty brown eyes rimmed in black like eyeliner. It smiled at her. It was something else, that dog, with that sweet look on its face, like it gave a crap. Weird. The expression was so basically human, it pulled back the tunnel vision and let some light seep in. The dog nudged her chest, hard, and pushed its way into her arms in a big, warm tackle hug. Uma had no choice but to hug back. Its cold nose against her neck shocked a giggle out of her. "Oh, all right. You got moves, dog." "She does," said a deep voice from above. Uma's head snapped back in surprise, sounding a dull thunk against the clapboard. Oh, God, where had he come from? "She's a barnacle." Uma nodded dully, throat clogged with fear. "Stop it," she berated herself. "You've got to stop freaking out at every guy who says 2 words to you." She tried for a friendly smile. It felt like a grimace. The man just stood there, a few feet away, looking at her.